Thanks, Bob. Well, indeed, there are some stars missing, but one of baseball's biggest is here. As you mentioned, Sammy Sosa. It's been a busy week for the Cubs right fielder. On Sunday, Sosa ended a month of speculation, telling the Cubs that he wants to remain in Chicago at least through the end of this season. He also added that he would veto any trades. And then last night, Sosa was the show at the Home Run Derby. He belted 26 home runs, including 9 in the finals when he outslugged defending champion Ken Griffey Jr. Sosa's down on the field now with Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Anna. Sammy, you lit it up last night, winning the home run contest. What do you have in store tonight?
It was a thrill. You know, last night was one of the days that I enjoyed the most in my life. It took me 3 years, you know, to go out there and win the home run derby, and hopefully I'll come back tonight and put on the show for the fans. Last night was unbelievable and feel great myself because, you know, I'm back again, and I start to smile again.
The joy is back. How relieved are you now that you have decided, at least for the time being, to stay with the Cubs?
Was released because, you know, at the beginning it was, you know, like a hurricane, you know, and now everything is calmed down, and hopefully, you know, I'll be ready for the second half and you know, finish the year in Chicago, and then after that, you know, we're gonna move forward.
Good to see the smile back. Enjoy tonight,
you
Sammy.
too. You too.
Okay. Back upstairs to you, Hannah.
Thanks, Jim. Well, tonight Sosa's batting cleanup for the National League, and he'll be facing the Major League's winningest pitcher, David Wells. The lefty is 15-2 on the season and has led the Blue Jays to a first-place tie with his former team, the New York Yankees. A short time ago, Jimmy Roberts caught up with Wells in the American League clubhouse.
All right, well, Sosa not the only worry spot for the American League in this lineup. David Wells, 151 home runs in the starting lineup for the National Leaguers. Does it make you approach this game any differently? There's really no place to take a breather.
Well, you have to when it comes to that. You know, I basically go out every time out and just pitch my game and to my strengths. And if they hit it, I tip my cap. If not, then I win.
Your best season ever. We knew how much you love being a Yankee. Is there just a little part of you inside that's perhaps thumbing your nose a bit at the Yankees and saying, "See, I told you so. You should have traded me"?
No, I don't do that at all. You know, I think of it as a business, and that's why you got to respect it. It wouldn't be fair if I held any ties in with the Yankees. It wouldn't be fair to the Toronto Blue Jays. So I just go out there and do my business and don't worry about anything else.
All right, David Wells, have some fun tonight. He's 15-2, making his second start in the All-Star game.
Thanks, Jimmy. And again, the National League starter is Randy Johnson. Now, he pitched on Sunday, so he'll throw only 1 inning tonight. Coming up, 3 of the game's brightest young stars, American League shortstops Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, and Nomar Garciaparra.
It is the joy of every father to share a passion with his child. And through this emotional experience, a baseball bond is formed. It is here where the game of generations finds its truest measure. For baseball endures as a timeless treasure, cherished by kids of all ages.
Welcome back to Turner Field. If last year's All-Star game was about honoring baseball's past, tonight Major League Baseball celebrates the game's future as the 2000 All-Stars are joined by their children and representatives of Atlanta's youth.
What was you doing on stage?
3 All-Star players tonight set to lead this game into the new century are fierce competitors on the field, but friends away from the ballpark. The American League All-Star shortstops Nomar Garciaparra, Derek Jeter, and Alex Rodriguez.
Backhands from the outfield grass. Got him!
See you later. Alex Rodriguez is now a 40-40 player. Deep to left field, he has just hit his second grand slam home run.
A-Rod Jeter, Nomar. They're not simply the best at their position, but among the top players in baseball. The game isn't easy, they just make it look that way.
To me, I've always found it flattering just being mentioned amongst those guys because I think they're just great players. When you throw my name in the same sentence with it, I think like, wow, because I like watching them play.
Jeter and A-Rod might play on different coasts, but they keep a close watch on each other's accomplishments.
He's a great person. I mean, he's like my brother, and I'm very happy to see him do well, except when he's playing against us.
He never calls me back unless he does something good. He'll have me watch the highlights. If he has a bad game, I don't hear from him. The only time I hear from him is when he does something spectacular.
Jeter is baseball's Manhattan matinee idol.
The fans have been great to me. I know I'm getting old, but it wasn't too long ago I was a kid. And we understand that it means a lot to kids.
Tonight, as the three players sit in the same dugout for the first time, one wonders if Nomar's peculiar batter's box rituals will be imitated again.
He'll make the adjustment on his batting gloves. He'll tap his toes as he gets ready to start the hit.
I actually had a letter from a viewer asking us not to show this because it was irritating him.
In last year's All-Star game, Nomar was replaced in the field by Jeter, who paid a funny tribute to his friend.
He just told me, he goes, watch this, and I was like watching, and I'm like, and I just started laughing. I was like, wow, that was pretty funny. And I'm like I said, there was a time to have fun. That's what the All-Star Game's all about. It's about having fun.
As you may know, A-Rod tried to break up a double play by the Dodgers on Friday night. He suffered a concussion as well as possible torn cartilage in his right knee. He will not play tonight, but Rodriguez does hope to be back in the Mariners lineup soon. And he's not the only All-Star sidelined by injury. The list includes Mark McGwire, Mike Piazza, Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken, Barry Bonds, Manny Ramirez, Pedro Martinez, and Greg Maddux. Though the list is long, most of the injured players have joined their All-Star teammates here in Atlanta. After this, the pregame festivities continue as we'll meet the 2000 All-Stars. Back in Atlanta, we send it to Braves PA announcer Bill Bowers.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate the greatest players of the game. Joined on the field by children representing the next generation of stars. And now, let's meet the All-Stars. Here are your All-Star first basemen. Introducing the reserves. From the Kansas City Royals, Mike Sweeney. From the Seattle Mariners, Edgar Martinez. From the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, Fred McGriff. From the Toronto Blue Jays, Carlos Delgado. And from the Colorado Rockies, Todd Helton. Here are your All-Star second basemen. Introducing the reserves. From the Chicago White Sox, Ray Durham. From the Montreal Expos, Jose Vidro. And from the New York Mets, Edgardo Alfonzo. Here are your All-Star shortstops. Introducing the reserves. From the Baltimore Orioles, Mike Bordick. From the Boston Red Sox, Nomar Garciaparra. Elected to start, but unable to play. From the Seattle Mariners, Alex Rodriguez. The St. Louis Cardinals, Edgar Renteria. Here are your All-Star third basemen. Introducing the reserves. From the Anaheim Angels, Troy From the Toronto Blue Jays, Tony Batista. And from the Colorado Rockies, Jeff Cirillo. Here are your all-star outfielders. Introducing the reserves. From the Anaheim Angels, Darren Erstad. From the Chicago White Sox, Maglio Ordonez. Elected to start, but unable to play. From the Cleveland Indians, Manny Ramirez. From the Minnesota Twins, Matt Lawton. From the Arizona Diamondbacks, Steve Finley. From the Atlanta Braves, Andrew Jones. From the Colorado Rockies, Jeffrey Hammonds. From the Los Angeles Dodgers, Gary Sheffield. From the Pittsburgh Pirates, Brian Giles. And elected to start, but unable to play, from the San Francisco Giants, Barry Bonds. Here are your all-star catchers. Introducing the reserves. From the New York Yankees, Jorge Posada. From the Chicago Cubs, Joe Girardi. From the Philadelphia Phillies, Mike Lieberthal. Here are your all-star pitchers. Introducing the reserves. From the Boston Red Sox, Derek Lowe. Pedro Martinez. From the Chicago White Sox, James Baldwin. From the Cleveland Indians, Chuck Findlay. From the Detroit Tigers, Todd Jones. From the New York Yankees, Mariano Rivera. From the Oakland Athletics, Tim Hudson. And Jason Isringhausen. From the Seattle Mariners, Aaron Seeley. From the Atlanta Braves, Tom Glavine. And selected but unable to play, Greg Maddux. From the Cincinnati Reds, Danny Graves. From the Florida Marlins, Ryan Dempster. From the Houston Astros, Shane Reynolds. From the Los Angeles Dodgers, Kevin Brown. From the Milwaukee Brewers, Bob Wickman. From the New York Mets, Al Leiter. From the San Diego Padres, Trevor Hoffman. And from the St. Louis Cardinals, Darryl Kyle. Here is the American League All-Star coaching staff. From the Seattle Mariners, Lou Piniella. From the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, Larry Rothschild. From the Cleveland Indians, Dick Pohl. And from the New York Yankees, Mike Borzello, Chris Chambliss, Lee Mazzilli, Willie Randolph, and Don Zimmer. The manager of the American League All-Star team from the New York Yankees, Joe Torre. Here is the National League All-Star coaching staff. From the Arizona Diamondbacks, Buck Showalter. From the Houston Astros, Larry Dierker. From the Atlanta Braves, Pat Corrales, Bobby Dews, Glenn Hubbard, Leo Mazzoni, Merv Rettenman, and Ned Yost. The manager of the National League All-Star team from your Atlanta Braves, Bobby Cox. And now, the starting lineup for the American League. Leading off from the Cleveland Indians, playing second base, Roberto Alomar. Batting second from the New York Yankees, playing shortstop, Derek Jeter. Third, from the New York Yankees, playing center field, Bernie Williams. Batting fourth, from the Oakland Athletics, playing first base, Jason Giambi. Fifth, from the Boston Red Sox, playing left field, Carl Everett. Batting sixth, from the Texas Rangers, the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez. Seventh, from the Kansas City Royals, playing right field, Jermaine Dye. Batting eighth, from the Cleveland Indians, playing third base, Travis Fryman. Warming up in the bullpen, from the Toronto Blue Jays, the pitcher, David Wells. And now, the National League starting lineup. Leading off from the Cincinnati Reds, playing shortstop, Barry Larkin. Batting second from the Atlanta Braves, playing third base, Chipper Jones. Batting third from the Montreal Expos, playing left field, Vladimir Guerrero. Fourth from the Chicago Cubs, playing right field, Sammy Sosa. Batting fifth from the San Francisco Giants, playing second base, Jeff Kent. Batting sixth from the Atlanta Braves, playing first base, Andres Galarraga. Batting seventh from the St. Louis Cardinals, playing center field, Jim Edmonds. Batting eighth from the Pittsburgh Pirates, the catcher, Jason Kendall. Warming up in the bullpen from the Arizona Diamondbacks, the pitcher, Randy Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give your 2000 All-Star teams a big round of applause.
When we come back to Atlanta, the national anthem sung by recording star Brandy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. And to honor America, join in the singing of our national anthem, which will be presented tonight by film, television, and Atlantic recording star Brandy.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
play ball. When we return, Randy Johnson will lead the National League All-Stars against David Wells and the American League.